So now the thing is, at least I started. Are you gonna? So you're streaming, right?
I will be streaming. I am actually getting my chat box and everything situated, so not started yet, but I'm about to.
Okay.
Let's see here. Got that there. Got that popped out.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure
I'm going.
Discord's up here.
I'm going around the playground. I know.
Alright.
I know. Prop is in that. He's in the call, but he doesn't hear me.
I
Yo.
can totally hear you. Alright, everybody. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of power wash, and me and Bastion seem to have not been able to align our schedules too well. So we're gonna use this time to catch up, and we're gonna let y'all listen and join in on future plans. I haven't played this game in a minute, so I'm gonna be spending a little bit of time trying to remember everything. I think it's R, yes. And I think C, yeah. All right, there we go. And if you haven't played Power Wash Sim, there's not much to it. It's a real simple game. It's just all about cleaning, the satisfaction of cleaning, taking it easy. I haven't personally done a video on it on YouTube just because it's one of those games that if you don't have somebody to talk with on here, it's not going to be too worth watching for a long period of time. But now that I have a reason to play it and chat on here we are.
Oh wait. You have to come here.
I have to come here.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm kind of what's hey.
Come check.
Oh,
Come check this.
you wrote me a message. Sub to yes, please subscribe. And to Bastion. There's his name right there. I have it. I have it in the title, but make sure that y'all also check out Bastion and his channel. Me and him do make a lot of content together.
I mean that's real fucking pandering. Like 40 seconds into the video.
There we go. Hold on. You got to make sure you underline it. There we go. Beautiful.
I mean,
I see what he's been doing while I've been off. All right, Bastion, you want to tell me a little bit about everything that you got going on? I know you said you've been sick for the past week.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what that was, but
Let's see if I can actually turn the game volume down just a hair. Volume. Where's audio?
okay. I'm just gonna say you can. The thing is, you can change the nozzles in the game, and this it's really bad.
That you can change the nozzles. I usually just go with the green one, which I think is a 25 degree, if I remember correctly. And just kind of go nice and slow with it.
Oh wait. I have a good idea.
Oh, you're gonna do this. Oh, tic-tac-toe. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right.
You can start.
All right, cool. Ooh. There we are.
Okay. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna be triangle.
Triangle. It's gonna end up being a cat. It would appear. I'm trying to think of where I want to do my next move. So if I do, I think I might have it figured out, but I'm not. I mean, there's not like a really good. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I foresee a cat. Oh, you're just giving me the game. I see.
Well played, well played, well played. I've seen you play before.
All right, I've too played tic-tac-toe. So one thing that's going on pretty bad right now, close to where I'm at, is there's a pretty bad influenza outbreak. In fact, my kids got school canceled because of the amount of absences and everything they were having from both students and staff. So that wasn't very fun. Luckily, they're not sick, though. They're doing just fine. Not that they would probably care too much. Kids get sick and they're just like, eh. And then they play their games, watch their TV, and they're fine. And they just sleep it off. It's a little different when you get older, huh?
Yeah, I was about to ask, what about you, man?
Me getting sick, or what have I been up to?
I mean, your kid's been sick.
My kids are not sick. They're fine. It's they got out of school because there's
Ah,
an
okay, okay, okay.
outbreak going on. But they themselves, they have not been sick. But I've been doing fine. I've been whenever I'm not working in my nursing job, I am here typically. I know wife isn't feeling well this afternoon, so hopefully she's not catching anything and gonna give it to me. It doesn't sound like flu though, so it sounds like so she's got Crohn's, and it sounds like she's having a little bit of a flare up on that. So she's not having too much of a good time right now. It sounds so. What's the word? Like you're just using a regular garden hose over there. I guess mine probably sounds like that too. Like a waterfall going off over there.
Yep.
Rotate this. There we
Yep.
go.
Basically. Okay, okay. I have to ask you. I'm gonna go get something for my I'm gonna go bring an energy drink for my wife, but I have to ask. Does the tic tac toe count towards you beating me in a third game?
Oh, on the winning streak. You know, we don't have to count it as that. I mean, we never finished the game, even though I kind of did.
I have two different. I mean, the thing is, I have two different games I can challenge you on. So,
Oh man,
yeah.
you're just determined to beat me, and I'm not even that good.
I mean, internets
I got.
or YouTube, your YouTube followers are gonna see how terrible I am at playing games. Because you wanna know the next game. It's either gonna be Battleship.
Oh gosh. All right, I can do some Battleship. I played with the little ones.
And then
They don't like to play correctly, but I play with the little ones.
I'm not a little one.
Oh gosh. So what you're saying is that you're gonna do better than them, or are you gonna saying that you're not gonna cheat?
You can't.
I don't think
You
you'd be able to cheat since it's
yeah.
on a computer, huh? It'd be
Yeah.
pretty hard to.
And also, I don't know if you've ever played, but there's like um it's it's a tank game. So basically, you have set spawn like on a map, and you're a tank.
Uh huh.
Like worms. Worms is probably better to explain this. So you have a
Worms.
place where you start, and then you have different kind of weapons, and you try to shoot your opponents. And then there's like wind resistance, and then you have different kind of weapons you have to use and such.
We completed something.
Yeah, we got 25 cents.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, we're making money.
It almost looked like you were flying there for a second. I think
I
the
mean,
pressure washer
yeah,
lifted you off the ground.
press space. It's like you're fucking flying.
I got the hops. You didn't know this, but it wasn't until I failed my career as an NBA player that I started doing this. I used to be World Series over here in basketball.
Okay, um, I'll take a small break. I'm gonna go get the energy drink.
All right, sounds good. I'll just be here, leaning. Oh yes. Oh yes. Give me that money. Mm-hmm. Two's always better than one. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I'll write him a little message. Oh, that's horrible. Hold on. That's kind of bad.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, I can see you've made $1 for $1 for us.
yeah, I got a little sidetracked there for a second. There was a bird flying over, and I just couldn't help but stare.
Um, in game or IRL?
In game, it'd be very interesting for a bird to be flying around that I could see, unless it's an owl.
I mean, thing is,
Pretty late over here.
oh yeah, sure. I keep forgetting how much time difference there is.
Yeah, fair bit. It's probably what morning for you right now.
9 a.m. So yeah.
It's what, like 1 o'clock over, almost 2 o'clock here in the morning. There we go.
Triple one. Quadruple. Damn.
No, I'm breaking in the cash over here.
Roundabout.
Doesn't even appear that you've noticed the message that the bird left you. Or have
Yeah, I have.
you?
I I like how you said that that exact same moment. I pressed tab and it shows you the entire area you haven't washed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can make that shit up. That's for sure.
Nice.
Okay, I think
Timing.
yeah,
The
okay,
timing's impeccable.
yeah,
How do I get it? Oh, I can get lower. I forgot you can basically get in a prone position.
yeah.
There we go. We're going commando on this. Just gonna crawl around over here. There we go. All right.
I'm on the
I
fucking
think
move.
that's got this. Probably a little easier on anybody's watching's eyes if I do it like this. Oh,
It's
yes.
gonna be. I mean, you you remember when we played Lethal Company with Shark?
Played what with them?
Lethal Company.
Lethal Company, yes.
Yes. I s I still haven't uploaded the video.
Uh, that's part of it. I haven't seen that Shark actually did any other videos, but I haven't looked at his channel in a day or two. Or about a
Hmm.
week, actually.
No, I mean I've checked because he like left a comment on one of my videos and then I also subscribed. So I mean,
Nice.
if he starts if he start oh yeah, because the thing is, I said to Shark, send me his like Discord in Discord. I was like, send
Uh
your
huh.
YouTube link, and I'll add you to my videos you've been a part of.
Oh, and he hasn't done it?
No, 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 he did it straight away.
Oh.
So
Uh,
it was like the weekly challenge we did for. It was Phasmophobia detectives only.
nice. He kind of started off with a little bit of luck in a way too, though, because I know whenever I started, I was just kind of trying to figure everything out on my own. At least he has some resources to kind of look back on. But it's gonna be pretty good whenever we can all actually get together.
Yeah, I mean it's it's basically for example, I wouldn't be playing right now, but like my significant other, they're they're going to work later during the day.
Ah,
So usually if it's like the morning, I should be sleeping. I mean I should be sleeping right now.
gotcha. I can't. I mean, I guess I do actually sleep pretty late now, but I used to never sleep that late at all.
Yeah, but imagine it's if it's like what 1 a.m. or how much?
It's basically 2 a.m. right now.
So okay, so basically, go back 8 hours. I should be sleeping right there, right there. Like
Fair
so,
enough.
yeah. Also, I shouldn't be sleeping there because you know I have insomnia. So also I think
Yeah, that'll make it a little hard to get a good nap in, right?
yeah. Oh, that's true. Also, I mean it's the weekend, so it doesn't basically it doesn't matter. You you can You can basically do whatever you want, according to the law, on the weekend.
Nice. Like a legit lol over there?
Yeah, no, no, that's just my own
I gotcha.
tid
Okay.
small
That's what I was
tidbit
wondering.
there.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was my small tidbit there. Like I don't wanna I don't wanna start crime on the YouTubes.
Let's see.
You're like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, sure, that's
we
fair,
can
that's
get
fair.
one or two people for that chain together video. That'd be great.
I mean,
And then we can all do a Hospital 666 together as well. I think that'd be cool. It's just getting time together, which that's what that Discord was supposed to help us hopefully try to get things together for,
yeah,
make it a little easier.
it's true.
You, I was going to say you could invite your friends in there, but you said that they don't play the same type of games at all, right?
Yeah, they don't play the same games. I mean, they wouldn't be interested in playing like PowerWash or we tried to get one person to play Lethal Company today, and it was he was like, no, I don't want to play that kind of games. I mean, Lethal Company is like it's a horror-esque game because there
I
is
mean,
like
yeah, it's
the
not all that
small jump scares, but
scary. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I have a hard time considering Lethal Company an actual horror game. Like, I know it is, but like, there's times where it's just like, ah, shit. But most of the time, it's just
I mean
kind of
that's that
funny,
yeah, I mean
almost
that's
like
it.
the back rooms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean when we played the backrooms and failed the fucking uploads,
We do need to go back and redo that.
that's yeah, spoilers ahead.
Well, that's part of this video. Let everybody know what our future plans are.
Backrooms.
Backrooms is still in the picture. Has not been forgotten.
The funny part is I was like on the fence, power wash or backrooms.
Oh, you're actually thinking backrooms?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Interesting.
I mean I mean the thing is, last time we did, last time we played it, it went decently well. Also, we died a bunch. We got scared a bunch, and your recording got screwed over. My audio got screwed over.
I think it was. Yeah, I don't remember if it was the recording. I think mine was the audio as well, but it might have been wrong. But I want to say mine was the audio. I can't
Okay.
remember if I couldn't hear myself or I couldn't hear you at all.
The thing is, I remember it was either one of the two.
But I got a few different like solo games coming up for myself, and then there's the obvious bunch of the multiplayers that I'm wanting to get out there. Eco Park included in that.
Yeah, I mean, probably gonna see me in a Pico Park um, stream or video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, if we actually get enough people, you know what would be fun to do on stream when you start streaming.
Uh huh.
Have you ever heard of games called Jackbox party games?
Checkbox. I don't think so.
There are there's a decent number of Jackbox party games you could play with your friends. Some of the games are like you need a web camera, and then some are like, for example, there are like trivia games.
Okay.
Also, I think I think Jackbox is the first like I don't know. Is it just like developer or something? They did the first Among Us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was called like I think it was called like Alien or something. I can't remember what it is on the like the game when you like load in. But I think that's the first like legit Among Us. Because there are
That
like
game.
because there's crewmates and then there are random tasks
Gotcha. I
and
remember Among Us just soaring in popularity and then all of a sudden dying at the drop of a hat.
no. I mean, I've never played.
There's a few. So the first game that I played that was similar to Among Us, it was on Gary's mod, Gmod,
Ooh,
and
do you mean
it
Trader?
had, huh? I don't remember
Oh,
the name of it, but it was basically you had a detective, you had the townspeople,
and you
and
have a
then you
knife.
had your uh, I don't remember what they called them, if it was just traders or the
I think,
criminals, but you
yeah,
know,
yeah. So the detective could go over players and see if there
and see
are, yeah,
who was the last person they saw when they died or something like that,
yeah.
and they could basically make a judgment early on, and I think they could even kill people, if I remember correctly. Where like the regular townspeople couldn't. So like, did I think the detective had a gun, and then the traitors or terrorists, I think they called them terrorists,
Ooh,
had a
I
gun.
mean, yeah, that does sound a little bit familiar.
And then I remember there was another game. I don't remember the name of it either. It was about the same time that I played that, and I can't remember if that was on Gmod or not. But you had like your soldiers. It'd be like 5 of them or something around in that number. And then you had essentially like an alien or whatever. I don't remember what they called it. But it reminded me kind of the Predator. So there's only the one person on that end, but it was like if you got hit by him, it was basically a one-shot kill. Or the others, it took many, like not a whole round of bullets or anything, but it took more than one shot to kill the alien or whatever. But the thing about the alien is it's always invisible. Not like 100% transparent, but I would say probably a solid 90% transparent. So, like, whenever it starts moving, you can kind of notice a little bit of a difference. But whenever it's like standing still in a dark area, like, you can't see it. That was an interesting game. It's one of those where it's just like you want to make sure you travel in groups and really not get caught up in a like backing off into a corner or dark areas. I don't remember the name of it. Hey, Duchess. But yeah, if we can get a couple of those videos going, that'd be great. It's just a matter of finding time to either get like Shark or somebody else in on it. Bastion, you still there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Gotcha.
Do you think I would leave you alone in the stream too? You're just like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm just rambling to myself.
rambling to myself. Yeah. I mean, it works, I guess.
No, I just got overwhelmed because I pressed tab and saw how much we have to clean still.
I've learned that the slower you go in like an area and just
Yeah,
really try to make sure you get everything before moving on, it's probably best. Because if you
yeah,
think you cleaned everything and it's just like you got one object and it looks
yeah,
like everything's clean, you can sit
yeah,
there for several minutes trying to figure out where that spot is.
yeah.
It was
Like
actually on this map that happened to me. So
small
tiny bit
blue
of
something.
PTSD from that.
No, but I mean, that's. I mean, this game actually teaches you something at like in like for IRL.
How to clean
Yeah,
your stuff.
yeah. Because the thing is, you really think you're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna wash that. I'm gonna wash that chair. Then you press tab. Do you really think it's clean?
No, it's not. It's kind
So
of like so like in both in nursing and but also the first time that I did it in microbiology, like they're going over like hand washing and stuff like that. And what they did is they would put glow gel on your hands, which was more or less a lotion, and it lights up in the
was
black
yeah.
light.
Oh, I thought it was like they put stuff like on your hands. You have to wash your hands with soap and see how much like germs like.
That's exactly what it is. Yep.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it lights up in the black light, and then you would go wash your hands, and then after you finish washing your hands, they would do that and check. That way you can kind of see it's like, this is why we tell you to scrub. It's important to scrub the way you do because if you don't, these are the spots that you miss. Is that you or me? That was you.
Hey, I got the bin cleaned.
I think I just got like the outer edge of this circle is like the biggest thing on it. There it goes. All right, time to start on the dinosaur. Which it was a neat experiment. And then there was another one I did where they talked about like how throwing your like taking off your protective equipment and putting it in the trash and things like that, and how you move across the room, how easy it is for you to get contaminated. So what they did was put this essentially invisible powder everywhere, and except for on your protective equipment, because you had like clean and protective equipment going in there. And then whenever you finished, they would shine the light on you so they can kind of like show you, hey, this is why you do it the way you do that. You can see that you got all this stuff here and there. Which me, of course, being the professional I am, came out squeaky clean. Other than the bottoms of my shoes. But the biggest one is like whenever you're throwing stuff in the bathroom, the trash can or rubbish bin, to be mindful of like how you're placing your stuff in there because it's very easy to shoot stuff up at yourself or contaminate yourself, or like whenever you're going to grab things or even whenever you're taking off things. So what they had us do is we had to like dig through one trash bin to find something, put everything back, and then take everything off. And then after that, then they would go through there and like scan your clothes to see if you had any residual dust on you.
We just had the same thing as you the washing our hands, and there was like a bunch of other things. For example, how do you like correctly put on sterile gloves?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
That's actually an interesting thing because I never asked what your profession is.
So you're a nurse or something, or what?
Do I give it away?
It almost sounded like you are a nurse, yes. So I'm
Uh,
assuming that's a yes almost, huh?
Um, that was almost a yes. No, no,
Almost a
no.
yes.
Yeah,
What?
almost. Oh, it was almost a yes. I'm a media assistant.
A what assistant?
Media.
Oh, okay.
That's like
I
my
got you. So you deal with like culturing things, right?
It's basically like I've done like, web design, graphical design.
Oh, that type of
Yeah,
media.
yeah, that type of media.
So what they
Video.
call like the things you grow cultures on and stuff like that, augers, the auger plates, those are also called media or medium.
I I think they're higher. They're probably higher degree than I am.
Gotcha.
Is that's
Well,
basically
wait, what does sterile gloves have to do with graphics design? I'm curious
nothing.
now. What the? I'm so
It's just
confused. I'm
no, no, no. I
okay.
was I was I was I was at one point studying to become a practical nurse.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I am a nurse. I've done ICU, I've done med surge, inpatient rehab. And I've done like the traveling nurse.
I don't know what it's called when you do. Have you done like um when you like home visits? What do you call that?
Home visits, uh, home health nurse.
Okay.
Which I mean, I think that's a pretty broad way of putting that as well, because I know that there's different professions. Like, so you have specialties as well for like maybe hospice or something like that, or maybe wound care, home health. So it just kind of depends.
No. I mean, the funny thing is we were talking today about house like house care
Uh huh.
with my family. We were having like family lunch or dinner, it was like pretty nice. I haven't seen like my siblings in like over 3 months. So
You know, used to me and my brother would not really, we wouldn't check on each other too much. But now that's pretty much the only one of my family that I actually really keep up with, to be honest. It's kind of sad. And it's not like any bad thing in particular. It's just it is definitely my fault. It's not anybody else's because I am horrible at messaging people first or even replying, to be fair. I just get a little busy and then like my phone sometimes likes to ring all the time, so my phone's usually just always on silent. It's a horrible habit, but it's just one of those things. But it is very nice whenever I get to hear from him and we get to like go out and lunch. And the other thing is like anytime that we're like with our family and stuff like that, particularly my dad, and we start talking, they just assume we're fighting, and we're definitely not. And it's just like, why would you think that? Like we're having an actual decent conversation. Like there's no yelling, no bickering. Yeah, there's a discussion, and there's times where we're like we go back and forth on a topic, but I would hardly call it arguing. You know. And then it's just like, and me and him, we did used to argue over anything, and it was stupid. But
I myself,
we don't really argue too much anymore.
I myself, I'm not that much of a confrontational person. So I don't know. I don't have not that
Well,
much
whenever
to
I
say.
say argue, I don't mean like an actual like fight type of argument. Like it'd be over something stupid that doesn't matter. Even like trivial questions. But not like we would stop talking to each other and stuff like that type of arguing. Is just more of a very heated discussion type thing and like meant nothing later on in the day. You know?
Normal like life stuff.
Yeah,
More
more or less.
mediocre stuff.
This dinosaur does not want to get clean, does it? Some of these spots, I'm like, how are you still there?
The first thing I saw, it's Barney.
It is purple.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
the same type of dinosaur.
I think yeah, I think it's probably I think it's probably a shout out.
Oh,
Low key shout out to her.
the imaginary dinosaur. Hey, Barney's clean. There's a lot of dirt we didn't clean that just vanished.
That's true.
Oh, we still got this little bench over here.
Jeez.
Let's see here. There we go. Make sure nothing's missing over here. Alright, let's rotate this out. We're gonna start going around this circle. Oh. So graphic design. I there was one point in time that I actually kind of thought about going more into that type of.
No, it's a pain.
Yeah, it's what I hear from some people, but I haven't actually talked to anybody that
I
really
mean
lays out the job.
the thing is I've never been paid for graphic design.
Gotcha.
But the thing is it's like I've done so much. It's basically when you're doing like schoolwork and like I don't know what would you call it? It's like your like graduation work. Like
Uh huh.
you're doing the last
Like your
piece.
finals
Yeah,
and
yeah. Like you're
final
doing a
project or
final
whatever,
piece before you're like graduating.
and you just kind of get a hey, you did it, thank you,
Yeah.
but don't
And
actually get nothing for doing it.
yeah, and you have to the thing is you have to do it in a workplace that's specifically like well it's not designed for you, but it's the they have like a graphic department. Like, oh yeah, by the way, we're probably not gonna publish any of you like the work you're doing, but we still like appreciate you doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like the thing is a lot of like the design, graphic design that I did was basically for magazines
All right.
on it was on Adobe and it was a freaking pain.
That's just one thing I've never done is Adobe, and it's mostly because I'm not gonna pay for a subscription. Which I know I've ranted about that
Yeah, I
before.
mean the thing
I
is
know
when you were
Adobe's really good,
the
but
thing like the good thing is I didn't do any like Photoshop art or anything when I was in school. But the thing is, when you were in school, you could get the fucking like Adobe and part of my French, but still, you could get everything for like
mm-hmm.
$20 a
A lot
month.
cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you were a student and you're like, oh, that's it's like freaking stealing, like basically, because they could.
I
th-
don't.
Also, one of my friends got screwed over because he took um he took like a over a year subscription or something,
Uh huh.
and then he graduated and he got screwed over, and he had to start paying more because he wasn't a student anymore.
See that crap like that's horrible.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of, I mean in that sense it was kind of funny when we were talking about it because he was like, oh, what's gonna happen? And then he had to start paying more, and then he was like, oh, well, this is fucking ass.
Yeah.
But
And the other thing about Adobe is like they've been known to make it very hard to cancel your subscription.
yeah, I mean I don't even know. Could I still have a Adobe subscription going on? Who knows? Nothing is going on my credit card, so that's fine.
What do you feel about like AI and graphics and stuff like that? Because I know AI is taking fairly large leaps and all of that. I mean, obviously they're not going to completely replace somebody, but they can definitely get a heck of a start on some projects, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, for I mean, depending on the uses, in whatchamacallit, commercial uses,
Gotcha. Probably not so much commercially.
yeah, yeah, that's like 100%. If you do something AI, you shouldn't have any like commercial business with it. Like imagine like you would gain money for creating something you actually didn't create, which is it like that's what they're saying.
Ethically,
They're taking away from like creative minds. I mean,
yeah.
the thing is, I could, for example, I have a video coming out, of it's stable, no, well, not that, let's say, not that stable video on my channel. It's card game of birds. So I could just type AI picture of bird, and then I could just
Mm-hmm.
upload that as my thumbnail for YouTube. And if I could get views, then I would get paid. And I have no idea how the algorithm like created the photo. Because when I do that, the algorithm is not it's not ever going to um, create the same photo.
That is true.
Yeah,
Not the exact same, anyway.
and then you think, oh, by the way, yeah, I I have done graphical design, logo design. Hey, by the way, I have the talent to draw. Um, I have the talent to draw the bird or whatever I want to do. I don't have the time and patience to do it on a computer because I don't have the whatchamacallit, the tablet thing.
Yeah, to actually draw with a pencil and stuff.
Yeah, so it's easier and it's more like yeah. I think that I would probably say it's easier. And then if you're thinking of a company mind, like hive mind, company mind, it's time saving, and time saving is money saving. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of AI taking over creative minds because you
I
have to.
think the only thing I will have to say is like using it kind of as an idea starter. I wouldn't be too opposed to that. As long as it's just like, you're not taking like very loosely tying in, like, hey AI, or hey, chat GPT, whatever, give me some, like, a small story about this and that, and you're like, okay, and then you like take like two, maybe three key concepts and then make it into something much bigger. Something like that, I don't think I'd be too far off of, like, offended by, because that's one of those things, like, you did essentially create the story. Yeah, you had a tiny help and push from, maybe it's just like, hey, the plot should be like the old man was the grandfather the whole time, even though he acted like the friend,
Okay,
but you created the entire story around it.
I mean, I've
Off of,
heard I've heard like I've heard so many stories about, like, for example, oh, I want this story to go this certain way or this certain way, and
uh-huh.
people are saying or comparing it. Hey, if it's AI and I give my own implements to the AI to create it, shouldn't I have the credit for what I created? No.
Yeah, I agree, because what AI essentially is it takes already decent works and basically just reuse cycles them in a sense, in what is known to work in a way and what's not.
Though
So to me, it depends on kind of how you use it, though.
I,
But
I, I think
like,
also I think there is going to be, I don't know if it's going on at the moment. There is a legal battle of AI to pay like royalties to,
oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
yeah,
Every source that it used to kind
yeah,
of develop its
yeah, because the thing is,
algorithm.
um let's say you have a subscription to an AI service. You
Hmm.
create photos. Who owns the photo?
I technically own the photo, so it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
you,
very hard
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
somebody to.
You own the photo, but you actually don't own the photo.
Yeah, because it's online.
Yeah, no, because it was created by in artificial intelligence, and AI can't own anything. So the like subscription-based things is they provide you photos. For example, let's say a bird with a top hat.
Hmm.
They create an AI photo of a bird with a top hat, and you upload it to like somewhere. You actually don't own the photo, even though the subscription based thing says, hey, we give you rights to the photo. But artificial intelligence can't own photos. It's basically the same.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing that happened when, I don't know. Have you heard of the thing? There was a monkey who took a photo with an iPhone, and the person whose iPhone it was tried to get the photo licensed, and Wikipedia took the photo, and they were like, "Oh, this is for use," because you didn't took the photo, the monkey took the photo,
Wow.
and then there was a whole legal battle because PETA started like getting involved, like we should get the monkey his
PETA?
rights.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's wild.
I mean,
That
I mean,
monkey right now, I heard he went and bought himself a mansion and everything off that photo.
probably.
He's doing pretty good for himself. He's invested in Bitcoin early on.
Yeah, monkey
He
coin.
doesn't have to work anymore. He has all the bananas in the world. You wonder why banana prices went up. Ah, well, I don't use AI generated photos pretty much. Very rarely have I ever like actually asked it to make something for me. I will take a few different photos and then mix them together through my affinity myself. But
The
I'm not
thing,
gonna lie, if there wasn't AI that did it good enough, I wouldn't be opposed.
I mean, the
But
thing,
at the same time, it kind of takes some of the little special I did this away from it, you know? Pride.
mm, I mean, the thing is, I know the thing, the hard part is, I know what the vision is when you start thinking about something, and then I know I can't like, if I could take a mental image of what I'm thinking and then just like print it on a screen, I wouldn't still
Oh,
own.
yeah.
I wouldn't still probably own it because it was a mental image of what I saw or thought on a screen, and it got like, you know,
Oh, man. People. I can't believe them.
it's no, it's just there's so many loopholes in like AI things, such. But yeah, there was like if you had if you have receipts dating back 3 months, and you would every single day you would tell the AI, hey, I want this to change, and then you would wait 24 hours, and then you would do it again, and you're like, hey, I want this to change. So you would do 3 months of basically asking the AI to change this and change this and change this, and then you would get it finished. People, there was a like, I don't know what you would call it, but there was like it wasn't a saying, but there was like, hey, by the way, if I'm doing this, shouldn't I get credit as a part or owner of the art piece? Because I'm investing so much time in creating it, even though the AI is adapting to what I'm saying to it. Like, what do I want?
Uh huh. Some of those AIs do adapt very quickly. It's insane how it's not a actual personality, but it's just like they keep track of what's conversations have been had and responses and just continuously build off of that, depending on the AI, of course. But I've seen where like one almost develops not like a full on personality, but the way it answers compared to some other ones is definitely much different. And it's all because of how people respond to what it says and other questions asked upon certain things. And I'm sure there's a little bit of initial setup and stuff like that as well that goes into actually building it, but it's it's crazy. Like there was one time I was just playing around with one that was on Discord, and I was just like had a I chatted with AI like a person for like a full hour, just kind of messing around to see what I can get it to say and do, or how it would respond to things. And it was actually really fun. And that was a naughty AI too, by the way. How dare it? The things it said would make you blush.
I mean, I've heard like AI chats doing that, going to somewhere it's not supposed to go.
Mm-mm-mm. Dirty bots. What are you doing over there?
I'm spraying this with the banister. So wait, do we have almost everything except for the main
Just about.
just
I've
about.
definitely got some work to do over here in this little section, but Getting pretty close. Right over here where I'm at, the floor's still pretty dirty. We are getting there. We are over 50% done.
Something, yellow floor, something.
Yep, yellow floor is done. The blue floor is getting pretty close. I can't believe nobody responded back. I'm kind of disappointed in them. I was expecting something by now.
I mean,
They act like we do this at the most inconvenient times.
I'm doing it the most most inconvenient times, to be honest. Oh, I actually wanted to ask you, um, have you played Monkey Bar support? No, no, that wasn't my question. My question was, have you played like the original like Pokemon games on Game Boy Advance?
I mean, I would go back all the way to Game Boy Color, to be fair, but you're talking about Red, Blue, and
Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
see, Ruby and Sapphire. I have not.
Okay,
I stopped after Crystal and Silver.
because
Crystal, Silver, and Gold.
the thing is, I know there is a huge fandom for Pokemon Nuzlocke, and I'm
There it
currently
is.
planning on maybe doing one.
I actually was kind of thinking as well. I actually did a N64 as well.
So wait, have you played Leaf Green, Fire Red?
I have not. Not the newer versions of the old ones. I have not.
Okay, because I haven't played Crystal and those the
Yeah.
Game Boy Color versions. Because
Yep.
I had
I
yeah.
played the old originals. The first two generations.
Because I find I found an emulator on the internet that you can just like
Mm-hmm.
boot up. You don't have to download anything.
Basically.
Yeah, you don't have to download anything.
Yeah, there is some that you can just play directly off the web.
There is that part of there is part of the Nuzlocke community who for example grinding is a pain. They don't want to see you leveling up your mons in like the grass for over 20 minutes.
They do or they do not.
They don't want to see that. That's one thing. If the thing is, I thought when I'm gonna do that because it's an emulator and I can basically change anything about it, and I'm gonna do it. You have to just like speed up that part of the video.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about doing a Nuzlocke on Pokemon Emerald. Because like that's the first games I played. I mean, I played Fire Red and Leaf Green, but the first I played was Pokemon Sapphire. I mean, that
Ooh,
would be
yeah.
interesting. Because the thing is, the thing is, I've played so many Nuzlocks on like on my handheld console, and the thing is, you can't like upload the footage to anywhere because you would need the cables and such or a program.
Yeah, you're talking about like a capture card and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, there we go. So I would need a capture card, and I know there is a place you can send your like you can send your console, and they would like modify a capture card for your device, but it's not like Nintendo approved. I don't think any. I don't
Gotcha.
think yeah. Like I don't think any capture card is Nintendo approved because it's an like outsourced person
Yeah.
who's doing the modifications for your like console.
I'm sure. I mean, there's a lot of loops and things that you can do to figure things out. Ooh, monkey bars are done. It's 60% now. So one of the ones I've been wanting to do is Donkey Kong 64. That was one of my favorite 64 games.
That
That one would be pretty fun.
the only the only Donkey Kong game I've played is it was the rhythm game one with the bongos on GameCube.
Oh, the bongos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. A lot of the old Donkey Kongs are actually pretty good. But the thing is I don't play very many platformers, and especially the original ones, which most original Nintendo games were mostly platformers. But that's essentially what it was, and like I definitely have a soft spot for it. Definitely something like Yoshi's Island. But oh man, some
Like,
platformers just piss me off.
I mean, like the first like Mario games I played was I think it was Super Mario. Super Mario World was one, and then Super Mario 3, I think it was
Gotcha.
with the leaf power up. Oh yeah, and of course the OGs or the OG, the first one. But you know that the first level from Mario has been remaked so many times. I think probably on every single like console.
Yeah, I remember whenever they made it to where you could play it on the Game Boy and just being amazed. I was just like, they went
I
from
think
having it on this giant console into this tiny little cartridge.
I mean I still have Super Mario 3 on the Game Boy.
Nice.
I think my my friend gave it to me for free. I don't know. I think I'd probably traded a pizza or something for it. The issue with the issue with the car like the Game Boy cartridge is It
A
doesn't.
lot of them have batteries in there too.
Yeah, I mean the batteries. They just like every single Pokemon, like old school Pokemon game is run out of batteries. You have to change it,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have timed events. But the issue with Mario is if you close your, it doesn't matter if you save, it doesn't save. You have to always start from scratch. There, the
Yeah.
thing is, there is a save function in the game, but because the cartridge, I think it was like water damaged or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I could be wrong. It's been so like so many years when I got the cartridge, but every single time you have to start the freaking game all over again.
That would be pretty annoying. I do know that that does happen sometimes with those games that have been old and not like refurbished and stuff. I know that a lot of people like there's channels out there where they just go around fixing all these like retro games and stuff, which is neat. But at the same time, that's what's nice about stuff like computers and everything going electronic is there's not really much of a repair to be done. It just kind of stays there. It's just saved in files. As long as the files keep getting pushed forward and updated with operating systems or whatever else, then it'll pretty much always be there. But even if they don't keep up with the operating systems, I'm sure that they'll be able to make like a way for you to be able to read the old code through other sources, you know.
I mean,
Almost like a PC or program
some
emulator.
some games do have even the old files. I mean, they have the old files like set to like a bajillion folders and finders and whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there's a game that's like, oh hey, by the way, we need to update something, they're like, oh, by the way, every single every single file we had was on the old file, and based on the changes we're gonna do, it's gonna freaking spaghetti code the entire thing, and we have to almost start from scratch.
Mm, that would be pretty rough. Time to debug an old 20-year-old game.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
All
that.
right. I have to change the nozzle.
I've been changing the nozzle here and there.
Oh, I've just finally for this is the first time I've actually changed it really since we started. I'm starting to have to really reach some deeper areas that are really crusty. Jump. Yeah, this one definitely knocks off dirt a lot easier and quicker for some of this really rough stuff. There we go. Starting to look spiffy. Everything's looking almost probably the way they bought it. I wonder how much a job like this would actually get you if you were to do something like this in real life.
How much water would this cost?
There's also that. You're right.
I mean, that's gonna cost a hefty penny. Usually though, I think it's calculated from the property where you go. So,
Like you're responsible for paying for the water bill.
uh,
They're out there for four
so
days doing nothing but pressure washing.
well, not 4 days. So, for example, let's say you needed your driveway of your house. You needed your
Yeah.
house's driveway, and then you're like, okay, let's say 250 bucks. They drag all the equipment there, and the thing is, they inform you if they are gonna use your water. Because it basically it I don't know if there is. I mean, we're playing Power Wash, so there could be, or there couldn't be. Imagine you're like, oh, we're gonna get warm water and cold water. What's gonna be better for pressure washing?
Maybe the warm water, of course.
I mean, could it be just the same thing? Because we're just using water in a high pressure, and it's still gonna clean anything that it gets like in contact with.
A lot of it, yes. There is stuff that's like oil based and tars that's a little bit harder to knock off with just
Yeah,
regular
yeah.
cold water.
I actually have one friend who basically does pressure washing for like, well,
That's
in
his job.
industrial of things.
Nice. I was gonna say it also depends on your detergents because I know you can like pre-soak some stuff in detergents and that'll make some stuff just mosey
I mean
right on off.
yeah, I mean like, I mean, in a sense it was a fun thing when he said it, but also it was kind of scary because I wouldn't be able to handle like, I think he said like it's the nozzle shoots like 100 liters in a few seconds. Like the pressure was insane. He said if he would mistakenly go for like his shoe, it would cut through the shoe and also his toes.
Nice.
So like you can't even like I can't fathom like what the speed and what the pressure is when he was like talking about that thing. And then you're like, oh, how much is he gonna get like paid? Well, not enough, because the job is the basically he could there is a chance that he could actually die when he's doing his job because he's doing pressure washing. So, oh, by the way, somebody loses control of the nozzle and it hits you somewhere, like a vital organ, and you're just like, oh, you're just a goner. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not the like friendliest thing to think about, but still.
I don't know. That would be a pretty rough thing to happen to you. Death by pressure washer.
I mean, I could. I'm just gonna be honest. I wouldn't see that reading on your tombstone, to be honest.
It's gonna be there. Death
No,
by
no, no, no,
pressure
no,
washer.
no, no, no. You know what would be cooler?
Death by rapid infusion of enema
No,
via pressure washer.
no. I was about to say death by meteor.
You got something on your mask. Do you even see the water, like hitting you in the face? You're actually pushing me away. Hold on, hold on. I have the wrong setting on.
Good. No.
All right, let me see if I can get up on top of this roof. Not the ladder. And
Nice.
jump! Oh, oh, jump, 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 jump! Go. Oh, I almost had it. It was right there. Jump, 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 jump. All right, ladder time. You put the ladder up again. I know there's a way to do it. Just don't remember how. Is it? It's not that. Is it like E maybe? Q? No.
Imagine there would be obstacles for us when we're doing this.
I can imagine that.
The obstacle is there's gonna be one. There's gonna be one muddy dog running around, leaving paw prints everywhere.
I
And
think it'd be
yeah,
time to
yeah, and in
take
that
out
case,
the dog.
no. And in that case, you're like, oh, so I don't wanna enjoy the game. I mean, at least I'm in, I'm enjoying the game because it's relaxing.
It is relaxing. We're almost. We're at 69%. We are making it. Have you ever seen like those water jets that the CNC water jets that they use to like cut parts out of metal and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, it's really cool to watch and neat to watch, but it's just like the person I thought was like,
I
what would
mean
be the best thing to cut this metal? I know. How about water? Like,
Oh,
what?
I thought you were gonna say, what's the best thing I could cut with this? Oh, watermelon.
I've actually seen that. Yeah. And yeah, it worked pretty well.
I think everybody's seen that. I think that's like a universal thing. If there's something to be cut, it's gonna be a watermelon.
Yeah. And then there's also like I've seen where they like cut out stuff in phones and stuff like that. I've seen it go against the Nokia. That's the only time the water's ever lost.
Okay, actually.
Ooh, I must ask.
Yep.
Do you do TikTok at all?
I used to post stuff on TikTok, but I don't do it
Do you
anymore.
watch it?
Uh, no, I'm a avid watcher of YouTube Shorts.
Gotcha. I mean, I can
I
definitely respect that. I was just
yeah.
curious to what you thought whenever the Americans all lost their TikTok.
No, I think
A full 8 hours.
I was I was playing on Phasmo like public lobbies, and then one person was like, "Oh, you have TikTok. I'm so jealous. So what do you think about TikTok? So what do you think about TikTok?" And they were just
They
they
got
were
annoying.
yeah they were just asking like all the time, even though I barely use it. Because the thing is,
Yeah,
once something gets removed, it like it implements you into your brain. You're like, oh, you can never do this ever again. So you're like
it
asking
just makes
about
you
it.
sad and
Yeah.
depressed.
No, no, no.
Um, I
You
don't.
were that before you started. You were that before you downloaded TikTok. To be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. I was only asking because after TikTok came back, I remember seeing like a trend of videos of like other places that did still have it. Just get very disappointed in the app because they're like, yeah, the Americans were actually the entertaining ones, even though we always make fun of them. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like some of that's true, but like even like the top TikToker, whatever his name is, I shouldn't know it because I've heard it so many times. He's not. He's Italian, if I remember correctly. I'm just like, I don't know about all that. There's a lot of annoying Americans on there that talk about stuff or post things, and I'm like, eh. But you know, is that's part of content creating. You know, somebody's out there probably will enjoy it. Just because I don't doesn't mean that somebody else won't. But at the same time, it was just like, I wonder how true that is. So that's why I was asking if you watched it, not because I was curious if you were upset or anything, but more of how did people in your like where you're from respond to the whole ban?
I mean,
I guess is kind of where I was going to go with it.
it was. I think it was kind of, eh. It went. It would be a whole different like situation if you actually used it like every single day. Probably those people who used it every single day were taking like a little bit back. You're like, oh my god, America doesn't get TikTok.
The Americans are gone.
I am gonna do
What
it.
am I going to do with my life?
I'm gonna do it for them.
Maybe I can finally post things without all those obnoxious people on here to judge me.
Though I think that I think you're only. I think the only thing I've seen on TikTok is like rage baiting.
Gotcha. Because
Also,
the other thing I was going to ask is about Red Note, because that's where a lot of people were. Not everybody, obviously. Like a lot of people didn't really care enough. Like there's plenty of stuff out there. Like there was a good amount of people that were starting to like go to Red Note, which is kind of. Oh, I forgot all about this. That you can just leave the nozzle running. I didn't have to hold down my mouse button at all. I could have just done this. I've been doing it wrong. And then I lost my train of thought.
that train got hit by a hobo.
No, how did I do that? Now I'm conflicted. What did I do? Continuous fire. Go. Oh, right click. Oh. So this gotta do all the nooks and cranny parts. This is the part that nobody enjoys. Why can't I just wash the floor? That's the part the kids play with the most, anyways, right?
I usually think they just use the sandbox or sandpit.
Sandbox. Oh,
Yeah,
sand.
it's actually kind of crazy. There isn't a sandbox here. There's like benches.
Well, everybody knows where the sandboxes have in them. That's where the kiddies go at night. You can go play in that sandbox that's been out overnight. We're all neighborhood prone to stray cats. Don't worry, they have good etiquette. They definitely haven't touched that sandbox at all. They go where all stray cats go. To the public kitty litter box. As they should. It's not like cats are territorial or anything.
No, I don't think I've ever heard that.
Yeah, that'd be nonsense. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So how often does your graphic design stuff actually translate over into like making videos and stuff?
Um, Not really.
I was wondering. I was like, I can see maybe for the thumbnails a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit. The logo design was kind of cool when I was doing that, but also fell off. I also used to do um it was it was passport like checkings. Like if it was like if you have an expired passport, you would go and
Uh
take a
huh.
new photo, and I'm the person who checks the photo and see if it's government legal to like go through.
Gotcha. Make sure that it's clear. Air's not all up in the face. No sunshades.
Yeah, usually you like the
Lighting's
usual
good.
thing,
No backgrounds.
the usual thing that there's like a place you can take your you can take the photos. I think you get 3 photos. It's 10 bucks. The thing is, it's like you have it's a self like service or self checkout, so you have to do everything basically like alone. Most people they go in like taking the photo and they're like, oh, okay, gonna take a photo. Then you see the like the aftermath of the photo, and you can see the empowered E.
Empowered E.
Um, you see, okay. Now I'm just
You're talking in graphics design terms, sir. Do
now
you speak any English?
yeah. I mean you have to control. You have to control and control command D. You have to copy paste that thing. I think
Ah,
one of my best, aka one of my best, my most best work I did. It was it was for the passport like company or whatever. I did a summer like well it was like a I'm trying to search for the word advertising summer advertising. So it was basically come get your summer photos from this place, etc., etc. And I got an amazing shot of the beach, and I had some like the maybe the best thing about the like the advertising or the designs I had to do was you're trying to look for something you're trying to throw into your photo, basically.
mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, okay, so what's the first like thing that pops into your mind of summer?
Definitely bright weather, kind of hot. Beyond that, if you're thinking, it's gonna include water, whether it
Yeah,
be
yeah. So beach.
ocean, lake, or river, or maybe like a pool, like a resort pool type thing. Uh, Going on cruises, that's another one. Um, Barbecues, cookouts outside.
Ooh, that would have been an interesting one. Though the thing is, how do you transform a barbecue into a photo shoot? You would have to have like the
You
text
could have
on,
like the grill
yeah, the
on
grill.
there, nice green grass with like a old school bench in the background, and maybe like plates laid out. And whether you have people in there or not's another thing. And maybe like a old picket, like not a pit, like old, but you know, like the picket fence or privacy fence type thing. That's what I would kind of think about. And like a cooler maybe that's open.
Cooler. That actually, that's
Iggy, cooler, ice chest, whatever you call
that's
it.
actually interesting. Can you advertise alcohol on TV in the US?
Yes.
Or okay, you can't advertise alcohol or tobacco here.
Yeah, well, we also advertise medications here. The pharmacies do,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I mean,
prescription stuff.
like prescription for like a flu. Is that what you're meaning?
Uh, like any
Or
prescription, really.
okay.
Like you could, like you'll have advertisements come up there for, like even stuff like blood thinners for like heart disease and stuff like
Oh,
that. And it's like one of those things. Like you're not going to see pain medications unless it's like for arthritis and stuff on there too much.
wait.
Narcotics,
Wait?
but
You don't have like pain medication like on the shelves, like ibuprofen?
for a prescription of.
Okay, I think this is probably a sign from the gods. I just got disconnected from the game. Are you there? Anyways, I'm gonna link Prop's channel on the description. It was a fun time washing stuff. We didn't even we didn't even finish the job. We have a little bit left, but I'll catch you on the flip flop. Cheers.